The successor of the Redmi Note 10 Pro is here. I'm going to tell you all about the Redmi Note 11 Pro today. I will talk about design, performance and camera in this review. First, let's see what you will get in the box. There is device, power adapter, USB Type-C cable, silicone cover, few paperwork and the SIM tool. Let's talk about design first. There is glass on back, which is really cool thing in this budget. There is quad camera on back and the branding of the Redmi. Although back is glass, but I don't saw any issues while handling this phone in my hand. It's not slippery, so you can use it without silicone cover. But if it drops from your hand, then it will get permanent scratches or dent. I don't know which glass is used on back, but on front you will get Gorilla Glass 5 protection. There is 6.6-inch 1080p Super AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate. Keep in mind it is not LTPO, there is no variable refresh rate. I mean you need to make choice between 60Hz or 120Hz. Phone will not automatically adjust the refresh rate to save some battery. And if I talk about the brightness, there is 700 nits and 1200 nits peak, by which it is really easy for me to use phone outside. However, display is Super AMOLED, but it's not one of the best Super AMOLED. I mean colors are not such crispy that I was expecting. I saw more contrast in display. Hope you understand what I want to say. The pixel per density is 395. I was expecting more than 400, but Xiaomi cut the budget here. The display is not such amazing that I was expecting. The alternative at this time in market is the Galaxy A52. Other than that, bezels and chin are fine. On bottom there is speaker, mic, USB Type-C port and SIM card tray, which is shared dual SIM card slot with micro SD card slot. On top there is headphone jack, another speaker, mic and the IR blaster. Left side is totally clean, while the right side has volume rockers and the power button. And this power button also operates as fingerprint scanner, which is really fast and accurate. Keep in mind this phone is IP53 rated, so do not expect it to survive deep underwater. It's just a splash proof device. And if I talk about the haptic feedback, I can rate it average. However, there are dual speakers on this device and sound is really loud but not clear. The bass and treble are not better adjusted. And what about the performance? There is MediaTek Helio G96 chipset, which is octa-core and built on the 12nm process. Not bad. I mean it's good chipset in this price tag. I did the speed test of the Redmi Note 11 Pro with the Galaxy A52 and the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and in both tests Redmi Note 11 Pro won. Seriously, the GPU is Mali G57 MC2, which is good for the casual gaming. And when we are talking about the gaming, I want to tell you that we can play PUBG from smooth graphics on ultra frame rate to HD graphics on high frame rate. The HDR is not available on this phone. While playing, I saw no lagging and games worked fine for me. So if you are a casual gamer, then this device is for you. And while multitasking, I saw no issues, but when watching YouTube videos, I tried to scroll down and I saw this lag. I observed it many times. Hopefully Xiaomi fixed this with an update. And from YouTube, you can watch YouTube videos up to 2K. 4K is not available. And also in the gallery or the file manager, you cannot play 4K videos, which is really disappointing thing for me. I mean on Redmi Note 10 Pro, not only we can watch 4K videos, but we can record also. And the Redmi Note 11 Pro brings quad camera setup with 108 megapixel wide, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro and the 2 megapixel depth. I'm going to share samples instead of being trapped by numbers. The default photos from the main camera are good for this class. They offer plenty of resolve detail, the white balance is spot on and colors are mostly accurate. In some samples I saw warm tone, as you can also see. The dynamic range is high but not over the top, and that's why contrast across the photos is just right. On zooming it offers lossless zoom. The digital zoom has no special processing. Here see few more samples and I will catch you in few seconds with ultra wide. 8 megapixel ultra wide photos are alright for this class also, but I have seen better. The center of the images is sharp enough and with a good amount of detail, while the distortion correction around the corners comes at the price of added softness. And basically, ultra wide samples are suffering from abusive HDR processing. Honestly, I will not suggest you to use ultra wide. I already did the full camera review of the Redmi Note 11 Pro. If you want to watch, link will be available in the iCard or in the description of this video. And in videos, we have only 720 and 1080p at 30 fps available. The Helio G96 don't support 4K video recording. I am not impressed with video quality, although there is EIS, but quality is not impressive, as you can also see from these samples. Close-up samples are a little bit better, but I cannot suggest this phone for vlogging. In my opinion, only wide is good on this phone, and other modes are not impressive or I can't suggest. And here are the selfies. You are the judge for the selfies, but I am not impressed with selfies also. There is extra sharpness and colors are not impressive also. Portrait samples have good edge detection, but what about the quality? So this was the review of the Redmi Note 11 Pro, and now it's time for the final thoughts. In my opinion, it's not a camera phone, but it's not a gaming phone also. Yes, it's better in performance, so if you prefer performance by compromising camera, then you can go for this device. The alternative I can suggest at this time in the market is the Galaxy A52, or you can wait for the Galaxy A53. And if you are thinking to upgrade from the Redmi Note 10 Pro to Redmi Note 11 Pro, then it's not worthy decision. But at the end, this is my opinion. You can disagree with that and can put your thoughts in comments below. And if you found this video helpful, then please like it and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video. Take care. Peace for all.